ladies and gentlemen, this is the Aston Villa preview part of the show. As you can see, I've done out my predicted starting 11 for the game and my score prediction. Now, I do want to talk through my starting 11 for you because I know some of you guys are going to be looking at it and going, hang on, what? You what now? So I've freshened this up a little bit for a couple of reasons. One, the short turnaround between the game against Manchester City and this game against Villa on Sunday. And two, the fact that some players just didn't show up. Now that could be for varying reasons. It could be tiredness. It could be the fact that they've partied. It could be anything. But with the short turnaround, I do think that we're going to see the manager make some changes. And I looked at the team and I tried to figure out where we could make these changes. Now, Milner was on the bench against Manchester City. I hope that means he's available to go. And if he is, I've dropped him in at left back for this game. Because let's be frank about this, both of our fullbacks last night did not have their best game in any way, shape or form. So this is the team that I've gone with to take on Villa. And again, it's a guess. Nobody knows what Klopp was going to go with. I've gone for Alisson in goal, obviously. I've kept Trent at right back because I can't see us making two fullback changes for a game and I've already made one. So Trent at right back. I've stuck with Joe Gomez alongside Virgil van Dijk. I know there might be some shouts for Dejan Lovren, but I'd like to see Joe Gomez given the chance at redemption, and I think that he'll step up if he is given that chance. So I've stuck with Joe Gomez. I can absolutely understand people wanting him to be rotated, and it was a shit show of a performance. I'm not going to deny that, but I really believe in Joe Gomez, and I know that you guys do as well, as disappointed as we and he will be about his performance against City. So Joe Gomez and Virgil van Dijk, and then I've brought in James Milner at left back because I want to shake up. I want to give Robbo a rest. If Milner can play the full game, great. If not, then maybe Robbo comes on, or maybe Neco Williams comes on and slots in at left back for the last 20 or so. We'll wait and see. It's all just guesswork. Midfield, I've gone for Fabinho, I've gone for Jordan Henderson, and I've brought in Naby Keita for this game to freshen it up. I also wouldn't be at all surprised to see maybe Fabinho get a rest, Hendo drop back a little bit deeper to play the holding role, and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain getting a chance to play alongside Naby Keita a little bit further forward in midfield. That could potentially happen as well. But again, I'm just trying to have a guess at what I think Klopp will do. Now for the front three, I've made another change. We'd seen Mohamed Salah get rested since the restart. We haven't seen Sadio Mane that I'm aware of not start a game yet. My memory's shocking, but I think Sadio started every game. So I've given Sadio a rest for this game. I've kept Mohamed Salah on the right hand side. I've brought in Takumi and I think Bobby Firmino. That's my guess at the 11. I'm absolutely going to dip into the chat and see how you're all feeling as well. But this is what I've gone with for my predicted 11. Obviously then you're going to have Sadio on the bench, Curtis Jones on the bench, Elliott on the bench, Robbo on the bench, Lovren probably on the bench, Adrian on the bench, and plenty of options there for the manager. And in my situation, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain on the bench. Although if Chambo gets a run out and Hendo gets arrested, I absolutely understand that as well. Let's be frank about this though. Whatever 11 Jurgen Klopp puts out there, we should be beating Aston Villa at Anfield. There's no two ways about that. There can be no excuses. We need to bounce back after that loss last night to Manchester City. I've gone for a 2-0 prediction for the Reds. I secretly hope that it's more. I hope that we do what we did against Palace after the iffy performance against Everton, or the blunt performance against Everton. I hope that we come out all guns firing and banging a few goals. I love a clean sheet, and that's why I've gone for a 2-0, because I think that back five are going to want to make up for what was a horrendous performance last night all around. I don't want to point any individual blame at anybody, because I think there was barely anybody above a 6.5 out of 10 in yesterday's performance. So that's the 11 that I've gone with. I think that it should be a handy game. I think I'd love to see Harvey Elliott get a few minutes. I'd love to see Curtis Jones get a few minutes. And that's what I've gone for. Again, I'm going to dip into the chat and see what you guys are thinking. But I hope you just understand why I've made the changes I've made. I've not taken Sadio out because I think he was any worse than Mohamed Salah. I've taken Sadio out because Mo already had a rest. And I think maybe Sadio would need a rest. I can absolutely understand as well if Bobby gets a rest and he plays Takumi through the middle and keeps Salah and keeps Sadio on the left. It's just guesswork really. Right, what else have we got? So, Kieran Cheel said, I will play Divock. Again, mate, I can understand that. That did come into my thinking when I was looking at this starting 11. Gaming Guy said Shaqiri is also back. He's back training. I don't know if he's available for selection. He wasn't on the bench against Manchester City, so I don't know how far away he is. He has been out of action since January, so it might take him a little bit longer. Right, what else we got? It's a change, but would like to see it happen to the FC Fan 96. We play Brighton 3 days later, said Nageb. Exactly. That's why I'm looking at ringing a few changes, mate, because we travel to the Amex to play Brighton. And I think that's where we're going to want to bring back in Robbo or whatever changes Klopp will make. So it's very difficult. There's a lot of games coming. 6 games coming between now and what is our last game? July the 26th, something like that, the last game of the season.